Are you holding yourself back without even realizing it? The biggest mistake that I see aspiring animal communicators make is believing every single negative thought that pops into their head. Thoughts like, I'm not good enough, I can't do this is hard, other people can do this, but not me. But here's the truth. Your mind doesn't always tell you the truth. In this video, I'm going to show you where that negative voice comes from, why it's not the real you, and how to shift your thoughts so that you can finally grow with confidence as an animal communicator. Welcome to the Animal Communication with Dr. Cara video and podcast. I'm Dr. Cara Gubbins, professional animal communicator and founder of the Animal Communicator Academy. My mission is to help all animal lovers become confident animal communicators so they can help their pets become a professional or add animal communication to their current profession. My vision is to have animal communicators everywhere that humans and animals interact. And if you support this mission, then please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so we can reach even more animal lovers and animal communicators. Let's start a movement. But let's dive into the biggest mistake that aspiring animal communicators make, and that's believing their negative self-talk, listening to that critical inner voice that is really just the voice of your blocks, and that's what causes people to quit. That's what, when you're learning, if you believe what you think, you will just not keep going because it's depressing. It's hard. It blocks you. But when you recognize what negative self-talk is and you know how to deal with it, then you're empowered to heal yourself and keep working toward your goal of becoming an animal communicator. You truly don't have to believe everything you think. And in fact, overcoming limiting beliefs and negative self-talk and clearing the blocks associated with them is built into my Animal Communicator Academy and the Confident Animal Communicator system that I use for teaching animal communication. This is the context that sets my program apart from any other program out there, and it's based on both spiritual psychology principles and real-world experiences. So if you are having negative self-talk and it is associated with a block, I want to help you overcome your blocks to animal communication. Blocks are caused by unconscious limiting beliefs. So those are beliefs that we have operating in the background that aren't even in our conscious awareness. We don't even know that we're thinking them. They're happening totally below the surface. So how do you know what your block is? Well, the easiest way to recognize a block is to notice when you're upset. So upsets, air quotes, are the emotional flare-ups that are caused by unresolved issues from the past. They're characterized by negative self-talk, strong feelings of anger, fear, worry, doubt, or frustration. And because you want to move forward towards your goal, but your body is frozen in its stress response to what it perceives as danger. So you've got like one foot on the gas. Yes, I'm going to go and take this class and become an animal communicator. And you've got one foot on the brakes because your body's like, no, 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 we can't do that. That's dangerous. That's scary. I'm stressed about that. And what happens is you feel stuck, literally and figuratively. Um, so let me explain that a little bit more. Let's use an example. Let's say that in your childhood, you were in a situation where you were singled out and it felt overwhelming and scary to you. So you created a limiting belief that being seen is dangerous. You had really strong emotions that you didn't know how to deal with at the time, and you didn't know how to process or work through, so you just kind of shoved them down and tried to get on without dealing with them because you had no tools to deal with them. And because you were feeling the strong emotions as you were unconsciously creating your limiting belief, your thoughts and feelings are now tied together in one big messy package. So, in a nutshell, those strong emotions got attached to the limiting belief that you created in order to stay safe or to feel safe in what felt like an unsafe situation. So now, whenever that limiting belief program gets plugged in or turned on in your brain, the emotions that are connected to it also get activated. Those emotions now are the red flags notifying you that you've been triggered by an old pattern, an old limiting belief, and you are being blocked. So watch for these strong emotions, especially when they seem stronger than what the current situation warrants. Those overly strong, like I overreacted moments, are the breadcrumbs that will lead you to your block and to your limiting belief. So if you are sensing that you might have some unconscious limiting beliefs that are holding you back from making your dream of becoming an animal communicator come true, don't beat yourself up. Number one, this is good news. Number two, we all go through it. Everybody has to do this work in order to become a confident, effective animal communicator. And number three, these limiting beliefs are the spiritual lessons that you came here to learn in this lifetime. Like, what could be a bigger deal than that? What could be better news than healing something that you came here to heal, learning something you incarnated this time just to learn? And the really good news is now that the unconscious beliefs have become conscious, you can do something about them. So, what do you do? How do you heal these limiting beliefs? Well, literally, there are a million ways. There's as many ways to do it as there are people on the planet. But some of my favorite ways to do this kind of work, healing these limiting beliefs and updating them, letting them go and replacing them with positive statements, positive beliefs. My favorite is EFT tapping. I love tapping on the old belief, on the emotions associated with it, on the judgments I made against myself, the judgments I made against other people involved, the judgments I made against the situation, the all the beliefs that I made coming out of it. So tapping can be a really powerful way to clear out the emotions and to clear out those habitual negative self-talk patterns. Another great tool is self forgiveness. So I forgive myself for judging myself. And then you fill in the blank. I forgive myself for judging myself as a scaredy cat or, not brave enough or whatever it was. Self forgiveness. I forgive myself. You can also use self forgiveness for kind of a broader situation. So, like self forgiveness for buying into the misunderstanding that talking in front of the class is dangerous or being seen is dangerous. And then the next step I love is to add a new truth statement. The truth is, I survived that time that I had to do math in front of the class. It's not as dangerous as it felt. It's safe for me to be seen. It's safe for people to see me. So I've replaced that old limiting belief with a new empowering belief, a new expansion belief. And you can use affirmations once you've done this work to update that old belief. That's, I think, the best use of affirmations that we can do. Another really simple way is to acknowledge, like in the past, in this situation, I've always done X. This time I'm going to do Y. So you change your behavior, you do something different. We have so many more tools in the Animal Communicator Academy, but these are kind of the big ones that we use that are really, really effective, that help my students clear their blocks, get over their procrastination, and keep moving and keep going forward. And in fact, not only is it okay to have to do this work, it's expected. It's standard operating procedure for everyone to have to look at some of these limiting beliefs that we've been unconsciously following all these years. And it's super exciting. It feels so good on the other side when you've kind of freed yourself from the chains of this unconscious prison that you've put yourself in. So you have this great feeling of expansion and possibility and empowerment. Every time I get upset and I don't want to feel the feelings and I don't want to do the work, I think of how good I'm going to feel on the other side. And that motivates me to do the uncomfortable work. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's fun. I'm saying it's necessary. And it's part of the program that we have to go through. So, just to recap, our thoughts are not the gospel. They're not always right. They're not always true. You don't have to believe everything you think. Just because it happens in your head doesn't mean it's true. So I am wondering, has this shifted your perspective on negative self-talk, or maybe even your path up till now? Maybe you didn't understand why you were procrastinating, or why you were blocked, or why you couldn't make progress. I would love to hear about your experience in the comments. Please share that with me. And my reflection question for you today is, what is one habitual negative message that you've been giving yourself that you can update today? Let me know in the comments. I am looking forward to seeing and feeling the power that this practice and this reflection will bring to you. So, thank you for being the change that we all want to see in the world. Thank you for saying yes to yourself and your animals. If you know that you're ready to take your animal communication journey to the next level and you'd like me to be your mentor, please join me in the Animal Communicator Academy. And you can find more information about that at caragubbins.com/ACA. There's links in the show notes and in the description below. And wherever you are, keep growing, keep going. You got this. Have a great day.